made their Paralympic debut in 2000. Powerlifting is the ultimate test of upper body strength, and you'll often see athletes lifting more than 3 times their own body weight. Powerlifters are split into 10 different categories based on body weight for each gender. Powerlifting consists of one discipline, a bench press. Unlike the able-bodied sport where athletes use their feet on the floor to assist the bench press, Paralympic athletes lie totally flat on a completely different style of bench. Each competitor has 2 minutes to complete their attempt. When the lifter has the bar under full control, they must wait until they receive the command, start. Start! Then they have to lower the bar in a controlled manner and definitively stop it on the chest. Next, they press it upwards, lock out both elbows simultaneously and hold the bar under control until the referees command to wrap. At least 2 white lights are required from 3 referees for a good lift. A red light indicates a bad lift. Athletes have 3 attempts and the winner is the athlete that lifts the heaviest weight. In the 3rd round, 2 weight changes are permitted. The weight change can be higher or lower. No changes are allowed if the lifter has already been called to the platform by the speaker and/or if the bar has already been loaded. To attempt a new record, it must exceed the previous one set by a minimum of 0.5 kilograms. Where a world record is broken during the actual 3 lifts of competition, the 0.5 kilograms does not count towards the competition total, but is rounded down to the full kilogram. The jury may allow a 4th attempt for a world record. This adds suspense to the competition, as a lifter could break the world record but may not win gold. Powerlifting offers a tense and dramatic spectacle where coaches have to be good strategists as their athletes battle to outlift their rivals.
Representing Kazakhstan, representing India, Fatima Bonde. Representing Algeria, Adra Lamia.
So it's the final event of the opening day of these 2021 World Powerlifting Championships in Tbilisi. It is day 2 in total. We had the juniors yesterday. Guo Ling Ling has already set a world record in the 41 kg final today. She's not going to do it in this. But we have all the champions represented. And what a field. It is pretty much as strong as you can get, apart from the world record holder in this, who is in a different weight division now, but all of the reigning champions are here. Quite a lot of them were in that shot in the warm-up area, backstage, which is actually held in a bit of the lobby of this fine venue by the Sea Lake Tbilisi, the Hualing. Group B, we'll start with Miwa Naruke of Japan, getting underway, 47 kg. Oreha Bengali of Kenya has not made it here, I'm afraid to say. But we'll go all the way up to Oriana Turan of Venezuela. Good to see her back in action. And buenos dias if you're watching from South America today, this morning still, I guess. Here's our referees, Martin Vadisen, Kenny Ortiz, Ridwan Anan. And there's our jury. And hello from Will Downing. We've got 2 minutes to go before the first action gets underway in Group B. World record 118 held by Guo Ling Ling. And she's lifted 109.5 in the past half hour to set a new world record in the 41 kg. So she's... this week. And Georgia beating Ukraine on Friday night across the road from the hotel where many of the teams are staying in the city centre. That in the
women's up to 45 kilo Group B
Basketball World Cup qualifiers.
10,
Georgia edging out a narrow
9,
victory. Here's the countdown theme
8,
for you, but only a bit
7,
of it.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Are you ready for para-powerlifting? The bar is loaded and ready. 47 kilos. Representing Japan, first attempt, Miwa Naruki.
I'll have 5 consonants and 5 vowels, please, Carol. Group B getting underway. Miwa Naruki for Japan. Seventh in the last Asian Games in 2018. No mark in the Asia Oceania Championships in Kutakyushu. Runs a cafe Pakori with her husband with a powerhouse Tsukuba club. Former Japan Wheelchair Basketball International based in Inashiki. 16th at the last World Championships in Nur Sultan 2 years ago. Going for 47 kg here to get her competition up and running. .59 is her lifetime best. Ooh, all against her. It's the chest sequence, which has gone against her. Well, no success this time, and she obviously has to be wary not to repeat what happened in that previous championship where she ended up without a mark. Beware, beware. But they all marked out the chest sequence was not to their liking, so that's usually a clue. The criticism is valid. Hanna Krichko of Belarus is next to go. Lifetime best is 40, and she's looking to go right through that. She set that lifetime best here in the World Cup event back in May. 50 is her target for bleed. No mark in the last World Championship, so she's trying to avoid the same thing happening as Anya. She lives in Minsk, and that lifetime best won her bronze at the World Cup here in Tbilisi back in May. She's coached by Alexander Bochon. So this for the early advantage in Group B.
No lift. Pitch go. 2 of the 3 referees said chest sequence.
No luck. 2 out of 3 against, and it was the chest.
Spotter loaders. Please. 55 kilos. Rack 13.
That's to be sorted, and it's their sort of how would you describe it? A little lackadaisical brush of the chest. Now, Monika Dram is now Monika Miewska. She's got married
Monica, Poland.
European bronze medalist last time out. Married to Tomasz Majewski, who you know from the men's powerlifting scene, lives in Kozielin. Bronze in the EGA World Cup 2 years ago. Bronze in those Europeans at Berkshire in 2018. Fourth in the Manchester World Cup this year. Also a cosmetologist, expert in beauty products now, trained in that, trained in this, good at this. European bronze, can she get the first successful lift today at 55? Originally aiming for 57, and there you have it, yes she can, 2-1 in her favour. It was a very, very good effort by her. And Majewski leads. Very good effort by Monica, and she is our leader. Long way to go in this, obviously. And a reminder, if you've not been with us already, but hey, you have, I know you have, there's a gap of half an hour between the groups. Yulia Petruseva of Kazakhstan is up next, 63. Her lifetime best set of the World Championships last time out, Nur Sultan. Going for 60 here. Fourth in the Asia Oceanic Championships in Kitakyushu in 2018. Sixth in the Asian Para Games in Jakarta the same year. Qualified in Law, born and lives in Pavlodar. And this for 60 as the opening round rolls on.
Good lift.
Got it! 2-1 in her favour, and she is our new leader for Kazakhstan. And it's been notable that each of the athletes that they've had so far have gone for something in the opening round that they've been well capable of. That's good coaching. No fear of no marks. Very little fear of it, unless you have a bit of a mare. But she's done well. So far, so good. So here is for India. Bonde Pratima. Bonde Pratima Krishnarao. On the day that India scored their first ever success. So for Pratima Bonde, a chance to take the lead on 65. Major championship debut, we're making it out. Well, at 65, she is our new leader, and that's a lifetime best too, I make it. So that was just ace by Pratima Krishnarao Bonde. Good news, originally was looking to compete in 50, but she's dropped a weight. She's in the 45 and looking good for it too.
Thank you. The bar is ready, waiting for
no mark in the FASA World Cup in 2017 for her. She has made it here, and welcome that she is doing so well, our current leader. Now, for Algeria, Adra Lamia aiming for 70. The reigning African champion, the America's champion, European champion, Asian, world, European, Paralympic champions, they are all competing in this today. Africa's champion from 2018 in Algiers, and gold at the Ego World Cup in 2017. That sent her career going skyward, 4th in the African Championships 2015. Going for 70. Her lifetime best is 63. She's got ambition, but she doesn't have a lifetime best. There's quite a lot of green in that press sequence against her, 2 out of the 3 against her, and the chest sequence too, there was 1 vote down against her. So no joy, all of them going against her.
72 kilos, rack height 4.
Began to go wrong there, and just on the press sequence, exerting a bit of power, maybe just losing a little bit of control, and a bit of raggedness just coming in. So Oriana Turan, great to see her here for Venezuela. 73 her lifetime best, that set during the Paralympic Games when she finished in 7th place. The former World Junior Champion 2017 and the reigning America's Junior Champion. She won bronze in the senior competition, having been the youth Para-Pan Am champion 2017 in Sao Paulo. Lives in Caracas, club is Phoenix. It feels like she's been around a good few years. She's only 23. Great setup in Venezuela. Great time in the para-athletics too, don't forget, at the Paralympic Games. So this for the lead at 72. They like it round here, and there's a good reason why. It's because it was good. 2-1 in her favour for Oriana Turan. It's a new lifetime best.
Spotter loaders, please. 72 kilos, rack height 12.
Two to 1 in her favour. It was good and clean, and you don't need anything other than that.
Argentina, first attempt.
A very good job, very, very well done. Maciel Lourdes, chance to match Turan, but Turan, in terms of the body weight, has it on the head-to-head slightly lighter in body weight, so Maciel will go into 2nd spot if she's successful for Argentina. 5th in the Pan Ams in Lima 2 years ago. She'd won in Lima a few months before that in the World Cup, and she won in Bogota in the World Cup this year too. Lives in Quilmes, former para-athlete until 2018, when it was thought she might be able to provide something really good in this sport. This for 72 to match Oriana Turan, join her in 72 and go into the silver medal position for now. Here she goes at 72.
Good lift.
And she's got it. She's pulled it out of the far. Good work. And 2-1 in her favor. So for Argentina, she goes into the top 2.
Round number 2 about to begin.
Astounding stuff.
Rack height 10.
What a good job she's done. What a good job her and Turan have done. So 5 out of the 8 have done their duty in this opening round. That is a great singlet, actually. Those are the national colours, absolutely primed. Fabulous setup. Turan, Maciel, both on 72. They lead. And Pratima Bonde for India in their greatest day in powerlifting ever. She is in 3rd spot. So we go into the second round. And returning again for Japan is Miwa Naruke.
Naruke was previously a wheelchair basketball player before turning to para-powerlifting.
Busy old time, busy old career. And obviously, I guess as a lot of you know, in plenty of circumstances, this powerlifting is not a full-time job, it's a devotion.
1 minute.
So she missed out on 47 in the opening round, going now for 48. 59 is her all-time best. So this for 48. Well, I'll tell you, that looks clean. From here, of course, the experts will have their own opinion.
3 white lights.
There you go, 3 out of 3, bingo! She's on the board. 48, white out, 3 white lights, absolutely fantastic for Miwa Naruke.
50 kilos. Rack height 11.
A good job, well done. She goes into 6th, and obviously there's all of Group A to come, which is going to kick off maybe in about an hour's time. Can't fault that. Went heavier despite a big miss in 47, all 3 going against the strikeout. So next up for Belarus, it is Hanna Krychko, and missed at 50 last time, going for 50 again this time, and 40 is her lifetime best. This would put her into 6th in the standings, with Group A still to come. So going for it. And remaining with serious amount of time still on the board, so no rush. But has she cleaned up the technique for this second lift? And she has not, I'm afraid. Well, there's equal amounts of green and blue on that, which means the chest sequence and the press sequence have been equally unsuccessful from the referee's point of view. So you can judge for yourself. Might have thrown a bit of bar control in there as well, actually, but as it stands, she didn't have the success. Monika Majewska for Poland, lying 5th and will stay 5th no matter what, as she goes for 60 here. This to add 5 onto the bar, and actually go level with Petruseva. Petruseva is around 190 kilos lighter in body weight, so on the head-to-head. Ah. Our coach was hanging around a bit too much, potentially. Can she punch through, get the 60? Well, her reaction isn't the best, and no joy. So chess sequence from all 3 referees, also the bar control from one, and also the press sequence from another. The 2 watching from the angle, and away she has dashed. Didn't get that right, but well, you could just tell from her immediate reaction she felt that way.
Representing Kazakhstan, Yulia Petruseva, 660 kilos, 710.
So on we go, and there's Polish representation in Group A as well from the Paralympic Games bronze medalist Justyna Kustryk. You'll see her soon, but not that soon. Yulia Petruseva next for Kazakhstan. Lying in 4th spot, she's got 60, going for 63 now, which would match her lifetime best. She's not going to climb any higher. She's staying in 4th spot. She would go within 2 kilos of Pratma Bonde, but wouldn't overtake. But you know, there's a nice tidy technique to be enjoyed here. It's 2 out of 3 in her favour as well, and there's not been massive leaps in terms of weight, and we can say exactly the same for all of the Kazakh lifters that we have seen today. Really well coached, know what they're capable of, go up in decent increments but not too generous, and they hardly have a miss. So all really good. There's a lot to be enthusiastic about. Stays in 4th place, but she's cleared 60 and 63.
The athlete representing India, 68 kilos for Pratima Bondi. Second attempt.
So on we go with Pratima Bonde. Pratima Krishnalo Bonde in her first major championship, so 65 in the opening round she got. New lifetime best. So Bonde for 68, she would stay in the bronze medal position, but she would edge a little closer towards Taran and Maciel. Wonderful that we're seeing a lot more of India's power lifters on the biggest of world stages. So what now? 68 for Pratima Bonde. Oh, it's all against it. It's the chess sequence. All 3 referees have gone against that, and another vote going down in the press too. Got 65, nailed on 68. Different story, so you can have a little glance yourself at the chest sequence. Got to touch a bit more than that.
The bar is ready, representing
A bit of power exerted in the uplift, but no success. Adra Lamia now, the African champion for Algeria. She has cleared her career previously, 63. 70 was a tougher nut for her to crack in round 1, and going for it again here in round 2.
European Open 2015 fifth place finisher.
So having missed in the first round, not currently on the board officially. If she gets this, she goes up into the bronze medal position. She'd be 2 kilos off Oriana Terán and Lourdes Maciel of Venezuela and Argentina. So Adra Lamia goes for it, doesn't get it. All three against, and it's the chest sequence in 2 cases and the press in the other. They all had the thumbs down to give. Just wasn't able to get that right.
Bar is loaded for Venezuela. Oriana Terán, second attempt.
Well, that's good news for the other two above it. And here's the first of them, Oriana Terán of Venezuela, who's going for 74, and Lourdes Maciel will go for 75. Remember, we were happy to see in this group Raiha Bangare of Kenya. She doesn't start. Neither did Helen Kariuki earlier of Kenya. So you can read into that what you wish. Terán looking for the right part of the bar. Well, that's part of your bar control right there, of course. You have to grasp it in the same spot on either side. Has she had enough control there? I'm afraid not. It's 2 and against. Press sequence there. That's something for the former junior world champion to pick up on. And still the reigning, she's not junior anymore, but she's the reigning America's junior champion. And it is Chesterfield, a St. Louis, that holds the America's Open Championships next summer. I think it's on July. Unsuccessful. Second weekend of July it's on the edge of St. Louis, and it's on the same week as the World Games, which is on a little bit further south, around Arkansas, I think. So to round off round 2, Lourdes Maciel of Argentina. Terán was 2 and against. It was 2 and 4 her previously. Maciel in the first round, 2 and 4, going for 75 here. And this to put her into the gold medal position. Maciel, based in Quilmes, which is also a beer, isn't it? So 75, this for the lead.
1 minute.
Maciel's lifetime best already broken today was 63. She's gone up to 72, and how far can she keep going? If she gets 75, this would overtake at least one of the first round efforts we're due to see in Group A. That'll be in around 45 minutes time. Remember the 30-minute mandatory gap now between groups. That clock is winding, but okay, 18 seconds to go. And an increase of 3 kilos, and they've all gone against for various reasons. Bar control from one referee, press sequence from a middle referee, and chest 2. Got to come back and do it all again. It's a strikeout for this. No joy at 75. That's how we stand at the end of round 2. Oriana Turan still leads in the head-to-head with Lourdes Maciel. Both have lifted 72. Fatima Bonde third for India on 65, and Yulia Petroseva of Kazakhstan lying in fourth spot. 2 successful lifts, bringing her to 63. So trying to avoid a wipeout. Hanna Krichko of Belarus, 2 goes at 50 and now going again. Made her international championship debut in Eger at that World Cup in Hungary in 2017, where originally these World Championships were due to take place. Para-Nordic skiing and wheelchair dancing prior to that. Oh, and she got 1 white light but not 2. Press sequence against in those 2 occasions, and well, it is a wipeout. She does not register a mark, unfortunately. And I'm sorry to say, it's the second World Championships in which that's happened for her. She didn't compete in 2019. Same situation as was in Mexico City for her in 2017.
The bar is loaded to 52 kilos.
It was 2 and against for 2 of those lifts.
Japan, third attempt.
If only she could have persuaded one more, and preferably in the first round. Miwa Naruke of Japan missed 47, cleared 48. $52 kg is her target now. 59 is a lifetime best. And it has come in this weight division. It's interesting that she's gone for something a lot more reserved. And as we've seen, achievable, although her first round attempt of 47 wasn't given. Won't rise her any higher in the standings. She'll stay in 6th place, but at least she'll have got 2 of her 3 target weights, and the 2 heaviest ones. She stayed on target. It's not that she stayed at the same weight when she missed in the opening round. Has she got it in the last round? Yes, she has! 2 out of 3, there you go. She followed the path all the way, didn't worry about missing the 47, then did 48, now does 52. Dream stuff. That's a good result for Miwa Naruke, and it's very much off the back. Not so much hosting the Paralympic Games, but the Asia Oceania Championships 3 years ago, they had the entitlement of having entrants in every field, and they pretty much did, and they found some gems. Got that lovely. Monika Miewska of Poland got 55, missed 60, and going for 60 again. It would keep her in 5th place if successful. Well, it was too much last time, and this too much this time, and well, pretty much the entire board is lit up there. It's red, that's the most important colour, but a lot of everything else. That did not go well, but she got 55, that was good news. It wouldn't have improved her spot in the table, but the spotters had to wade in, and that was that. Miewska misses twice at 60, but got 55.
Bar is loaded. Kazakhstan, 65 kilos, 10. Yulia Petroseva.
Petroseva now. So here we go. Successes at 60 and 63 for Petroseva, this 65. And all against bar control, press sequence from 2, but also a bit of blue, chest sequence and also bar control from the other referee. None from 3, but I mean, look at that, she got 60, she got 63. And Petroseva has matched her lifetime best. She was trying to beat it there. But no success. We've got 4 lifts to go in this division. And unfortunately, Krychko of Belarus has missed out.
India, 68 kilos, 3rd attempt.
That fate may still be awaiting one other. Bonde missed 68 in the 2nd round, going for it again here. First round attempt was excellent by Bonde. A new lifetime best of 65, missed 68. Going for that same mark again. She would stay in the bronze medal position. Still 3 to lift after this. She could only be knocked by one other athlete who hasn't scored yet. She'll have had a few minutes of calm, try and get the chest sequence right this time.
No lift.
I'm afraid not. Same story, all 3 against. She did get a new lifetime best. She is 3rd. It wouldn't have moved her up the standings. It would have given her a better lifetime best, of course.
70 kilos at a rack height of 12.
I also had the chest sequence, and a couple also added in the press, but they had the chest sequence all in common, which you got right in the lighter lift.
Representing Algeria.
Obviously, the thing is, if you're going for lifetime best after lifetime best, that's going to take a bit out of you. There's going to be a bit of tiredness coming in, and you have to concentrate all the more so. Fight against the fatigue. Adra Lamia, the African champion, don't forget. She started high. She started 7 kilos beyond a lifetime best of 63, and she's missed twice, and they've been strikeouts each time. 3 red lights for each of her 2 lifts to date. Staying at 70 all the way.
One minute.
Lamia getting all the advice and all the help. Now for the main bit, she's on her own. Well, she got that raised well. Oh, there you go. Relief. She's on the board. The African champion. 3 glorious white lights to turn the last one there fully white. She's on the board. She is in the bronze medal position. Still with Group A to come, but it's a whiteout. Now she can have a better night in. No one's allowed out, but that's good. She goes up in the 3rd spot, and she goes within 2 kilos of Oriana Taran and Lourdes Maciel. Oriana Taran. Well, she's been well supported. The first couple of rows of the crowd. The Chilean team got 72, missed 74. But she is our leader and will stay there and improve her lot by 2 kilos if she gets it. Push through the 74. Was that tidy? I'm afraid not. They've all gone against her on the chest sequence. Got 72, missed 74. It's a new lifetime best at 72 for her, but not at the heavier mark. And they all voted her down in the chest sequence.
75 kilos, rack height 12.
I see she'd actually cleared 73 in Tokyo, so
A technical challenge has been requested.
there's a list that perhaps needed a bit of updating. And there's been a technical challenge that's been given the thumbs down, so she has been given a new lifetime best of 74. She finished 7th of the 9. And almost all of those who finished ahead of her in Tokyo in the Paralympic Games we're going to be seeing in Group A in around 35 minutes. Here's Maciel Lourdes Maciel of Argentina. Got 72, missed 75, going for 75 again. Didn't compete at the Tokyo Paralympics. She's never qualified for Paralympics. These are first World Championships, 5th in Pan Ams in 2019. Became a para-athlete. And then, 3 years ago, a para-powerlifter. And of course, in quite a few cases, you can do both.
1 minute.
63, her lifetime best, and that's already been bettered today. So if she gets this, she goes into the lead with Group A awaiting. But there is that long gap now. Used to be for very many years when life was normal that as soon as this lift was done, we'd be bringing on the first of Group A. Not for the moment, I'm afraid. She's got just about a dozen seconds left. Well, she got it raised. That was good. Overall, was it? Yes, it was! Yes, it was! Another lifetime best for Lourdes Maciel of Argentina. 75 is a new lifetime best. 2-1 in her favour. And she's in the gold medal position ahead of Group A in half an hour's time.
The Group A session will start at 7:20 this evening, approximately.
Very well done
From now.
from the Argentine, and you need no help in working out where she's from.
This is the 2021 World Senior Powerlifting Championship.
Very good lift. Very, very good lift. And it means so much that she's added 12 kilos onto her lifetime best. She is our leader for Argentina on 75. Oriana Turan in second spot for Venezuela in 72. Adra Lamia, the champion of Africa, third, 70 kilos. Pratima Bonde of India, fourth on 65. Petroseva of Kazakhstan on 63 and fifth. Majewska on 55. Lifted well, the new lifetime best, but couldn't add to it. She's in sixth. Miwa Naruki in seventh. And we are not going to see Reha Bangari of Kenya. She doesn't start. Hannah Klitschko didn't get a mark on the board. 3 strikeouts, so it's a wipeout for her. The action resumes in around 40 minutes, and maybe that world record could be under threat too. We'll be back soon. But not that soon.
11. Coach tried wheelchair dance. Lift, Haruke, Japan. All white lights, Lamia 70 kilos on her final attempt. 10 Venezuela. Category Group B session.
extraordinary tension around this stadium.
Take your mark.
On a vécu quelque chose qui nous a pas permis de pouvoir réussir.
This is how I am. Merry Christmas.
If you're thinking every day, why me? You will never go anywhere.
When I saw how sport is accepted, it was logical to start a sports movement.
We wanted to change the way people saw people with a disability.
There isn't anything else in the world that can bring you back from the darkest places than sport.
I think the moment I sat in that racing chair, I just knew it was for me.
My coach said to me, I see talent in you.
I was never going to do anything other than 100 meters.
When you're hitting someone head on, it's like a small car crash.
Everybody knows you need money to run the games.
I said that the Paralympics is going to be cancelled because there was no money.
If these games don't happen, we're done.
We're going to fight this. Paralympics is something almost magical.
Being a part of something bigger than just yourself was incredible.
Yes, lives are being changed on the track, but lives are also being changed in the stands.
La vie est un combat. On essaie de sauver maintenant le monde.
We are part of a much bigger picture.
You know, I believe that there shouldn't be any limitation. Neither gender, nor the clothing, nothing should prevent the athletes from participation. Sport is the most important platform to promote gender equality.
She Can Lift is a program we're really excited about and happy to be delivering with support of the Agitos Grant Support Program. The gender equity in our sport and the perception of women in our sport is sometimes challenging, so we're looking to address that head on and have the greatest reach and impact.
She Can Lift program for me it's a platform for where we get a whole lot of women involvement to get into the sport, to involve in various roles and athletes, coaches, technical officials.
The idea is to certify more female coaches and technical officials. These women are going to return to their home countries, kind of be the leaders of the sport in their countries, and then also change the attitudes, change the image and the perception of the sport within their home countries. Ideally inspire other women to get involved in the sport, whether it's as coaches and technical officials and athletes taking part in the sport.
The course was very good. In fact, by holding the course She Can Lift, they show how we can increase the number of women participants in powerlifting, and I'll keep my fingers crossed for all powerlifters, especially women, and also women in Iran. They should have the right to participate, neither what is their gender, what is their religion. They should have this chance to present themselves.
That their arms don't lock. This round is where the medals will be decided.
to, for the first time, integrate technology and data analytics capabilities into our free weight equipment. With these two products, we are helping change the way para-powerlifting athletes train and compete. We redesigned the WPPO powerlifting competition bar, updating the sleeve construction to house custom-designed velocity sensors from VMAX Pro. The VMAX Pro Eleiko bar sensors fit directly into the sleeve and give athletes and coaches access to a wide variety of data to help optimize performance. With or without the sensors inserted, the bar retains its certified weight calibration. By integrating the new sensors into Eleiko bars, athletes and coaches gain accurate real-time data and velocity-based performance metrics without the distraction of external attachments that could negatively impact routines and performance. Dual sensors give accurate in-depth information about each lift, including bar path, rotation, and inclination, as well as power and velocity during the lift. Athletes can review technique through detailed bar path analysis, as well as get information on readiness and appropriate loads to help shape training during a session or for longer-term planning. To use the sensors, first download the VMAX Pro app, connect your sensors, place sensors in the bar. The sensor kit comes in a convenient case and includes two VMAX Pro Eleiko bar sensors, charging cables, and Eleiko sensor key, along with tools, spare parts, and end caps. To install the sensors, use the screwdriver's flat edge to peel off the existing end cap to reveal the end lock. Now, screw the Eleiko sensor key into the end lock as far as you can to extract the current end lock. Remove the end lock and use the screwdriver to release the clip inside the sleeves. Apply the new Eleiko WPPO Powerlifting Competition end cap to the sensor and insert the sensor into the sleeve. The sensor is magnetic and will stay in place. To remove or charge the sensor, use the flat side of the magnetic Eleiko sensor key to pull the sensor from each sleeve. Connect the sensors to the USB. Are now VMAX Pro Eleiko bar sensor compatible. When used together,
After its debut as weightlifting in the Tokyo 1964 Paralympic Games, the sport, now known as powerlifting, expanded from just male lifters with a spinal cord injury to include athletes with physical impairments that affect their lower limbs or hips, or athletes with short stature. Female powerlifters made their Paralympic debut in 2000. Powerlifting is the ultimate test of upper body strength, and you'll often see athletes lifting more than 3 times their own body weight. Powerlifters are split into 10 different categories based on body weight for each gender. Powerlifting consists of one discipline, a bench press. Unlike the able-bodied sport where athletes use their feet on the floor to assist the bench press, Paralympic athletes lie totally flat on a completely different style of bench. Each competitor has 2 minutes to complete their attempt. When the lifter has the bar under full control, they must wait until they receive the command, start. Start! Then they have to lower the bar in a controlled manner and definitively stop it on the chest. Next, they press it upwards, lock out both elbows simultaneously and hold the bar under control until the referees command to wrap. At least 2 white lights are required from 3 referees for a good lift. A red light indicates a bad lift. Athletes have 3 attempts, and the winner is the athlete that lifts the heaviest weight. In the 3rd round, 2 weight changes are permitted. The weight change can be higher or lower. No changes are allowed if the lifter has already been called to the platform by the speaker, and or if the bar has already been loaded. To attempt a new record, it must exceed the previous one set by a minimum of 0.5 kilograms. Where a world record is broken during the actual 3 lifts of competition, the 0.5 kilograms does not count towards the competition total, but is rounded down to the full kilogram. The jury may allow a 4th attempt for a world record. This adds suspense to the competition, as a lifter could break the world record but may not win gold. Powerlifting offers a tense and dramatic spectacle where coaches have to be good strategists as their athletes battle to outlift their rivals.
So this is where our latest gold medal will be decided at these World Powerlifting Championships in Tbilisi. At the Hurling Complex, this is the ballroom right by the Sea Lake, just outside the city.
Time now to meet the athletes.
So this is our field of 9, and what a field. We've the Paralympic champion, Latifat Tijani, the Asian Games and World Champion, Choi Zhu, the America's champion, Maria da Silva, European champion, Zoe Newson of Great Britain, and the Paralympic bronze medalist from a couple of months ago, Justyna Kuzdrek of Poland. So they're all in this. All 3 medalists. This is Vidais, Anand, and Annie Ortiz are our referees for this, and there's the jury. Same as Group B.
Representing Poland, Justyna Kuzdrek. Representing People's Republic of China, Choi Zhu.
Before the storm, and there'll be a lot of storm.
And representing Nigeria, Latifat Tijani.
A new lifetime best, and Oriana Turan of Venezuela lifting 72. She's in 2nd place. Ready to go. Here's the literal countdown.
4, 3, 2, 1. Ready for Paralympic?
Ashel Gion is first to go for Philippines, 75. A lifetime best set in the Fazal World Cup in Dubai 5.5 years ago. 75. Her all-time best, Gion. Sixth in London 2012. Silver in the Asian Games. 3 games in a row, 2010, 2014, 2018. 4th in the Asia Oceania Championships in Kutakyushu 3 years ago. Formerly in wheelchair tennis, wheelchair racing, billiards. Don't think it was wheelchair billiards.
Has silver medals from the Asian Para Games in both 2014 and 2018.
So here she comes. Her target is 73. So she's going for something quite useful to start with.
One minute.
75 is her lifetime best. Keeping a good eye on her, but It's all three against, and it is the chest sequence that has gone against Guillaume. Called Jinky by those who know it. Antonio Taguba, our coach, a regular coach, not necessarily the her stage partner. No joy. I think she knew, to be honest with you. So next up, Alina Solodakina of Kazakhstan. And her lifetime best set at the Tokyo Paralympic Games of 83 kilos. Finished 5th in Tokyo, bronze in the Asian Games. In Jakarta 3 years ago, 5th in Kitakyushu, the Asia Oceania Championships. Her club is Almaty. The old capital, Arta Tomitsky, is her coach. And 80 is her target to match her lifetime best. Going up to 100 kilos in this opening round in Group A. So this for the lead to surpass everybody from the previous group. 75 for Martial, 72 for Tehran. She didn't manage a lot there. Chest sequence, 2 of the 3 going against that, and the press sequence from our other officials, so no joy.
Spotter loaders, please. 82 kilos. Rack height 9.
Next up, Maria Rizaraid, 87 kilos, her best. The reigning America's champion. She's won the 2 America's championships that have been held. Mexico City and Bogota, 2015 and 2018. She won the Rio World Cup event, the Paralympics test event in 2016, which wasn't held at Rio Centro, where the powerlifting ended up being, and Seman Ruckman ended up smashing all the world records. But actually it was at the Karaoke Arena, which ended up being one of the main basketball stadiums for the Olympic Games and for the wheelchair rugby, actually, for the Paralympic Games. Pan Am's champion in Toronto in 2015, 4th in Lima 2019. Her coach is Carlos Williams. Originally was looking at 85, this is 82 instead, and this to put her into the gold medal position. No, all 3 against her, and both the chest sequence and the press sequence being marked down by all 3 of our referees. So nobody's successful yet in this opening round, and quite a few have gone for low weights and originally being targeted, which means anybody who does get a sniff of success, well, you know what? They may be in for a very good evening. So now next up, Marina Beketova of the RPC. Going for 83. 87 was her original target. Beketova 5th in the Europeans in 2015. The only time she's been in the Europeans. Born in Leningrad, lives in St. Petersburg, never moved. Coach Denis Leschev, 9th at the last Worlds in Nur-Sultan, but you probably knew that. 83 she's going for. There you go. 3 out of 3 in her favor. The 3 white lights going her way, and she is into the gold medal position for the RPC. Samira Gerioa of Algeria. 4th of the Paralympic Games in Tokyo. Silver in the African Games 2018. Bronzes 2011, 2015. Best World Championship finish in Mexico City 4 years ago when she was 6th. 6th. Rio 2016 as well. Same coach as Adra Lemia, who we saw earlier, the African champion, that being Mohamed Salah Benatia. Born and raised in Constantine, she is. And she's got opportunities here. This to take the lead, going for 85, and she's sticking with the original tally. So this to hit the front, this to put the pressure on. She's not medalled in a global championship before, but today would be a good day. 85 kg. I fear all going against, and mainly is the chest sequence. The 3 referees have gone for that, 2 for the press. So no joy for her yet. Unsuccessful. Well, you can study the chest sequence, just a little bit of a brush, and they prefer something a bit meatier than that. So the Paralympics bronze medalist, the reigning European champion, Justyna Kostryk of Poland. We've 2 reigning European champions in this, actually, at different weights. Paralympic bronze, coming 13 years after a previous silver.
Good lift.
And she's got it. She's our leader. 2-1. There you go. Back into the shadows. 90 kg. That's the lead. Simples. Originally was looking at 90, but didn't have to worry too much about that. Silver in Beijing and bronze in Tokyo, and looking for big things in these World Championships. Justine is.
Lucian's first competition was back in 2008.
Silver in 2014, silver in 2010, silver in 2006. Here's another European champion reigning, Zoe Newson. Also succeeding in Bergsamere, Commonwealth Games bronze in Gold Coast in 2018, World Championship bronze 2017, bronzes London 2012, Rio 2016, but fourth at the 41 weight division, a step down in Tokyo. Big chances of medal here as well. She's going for 94 in the lead is Zoe Newson. No, it's 2-1 against. There's the chess sequence. So, she hasn't scored yet. It was the chess sequence, and just the chess sequence that the referees didn't like. Probably wanted a bit more dwelling. Didn't happen. So next up, at the age of 34, let you know about technical challenge. No, thumbs down, so she doesn't get that away. So let's concentrate next on Chui Zhu, the reigning Asian Games and World Champion. Gold in the last 2 World Championships in Mexico City and Nur Sultan. Reigning Asian Games champion in Jakarta. Silver in Kitakyushu in the Asian Oceania Championships. Going for 98 here, which is conservative enough. She finished silver at the Paralympic Games. 4 Paralympic silver medals from the 4 Paralympic Games she's competed in. She has never won gold. The World Championships a different story. Twice a world champion. Beaten in Tokyo a few months ago by Latifat Tijani, and guess who we're seeing next? Chui Zhu, 98. Good.
98 kilos.
White out, 3 white lights. She is our new leader. And she means business. Only 3 have succeeded out of the 8 we've seen so far in Group A. And we've 1 lift to come. She started with 95, finished with 102 in the Paralympic Games in Tokyo. Latifat Tijani scored 107, and here she comes. Lifetime best 112, which is the African record.
Walked away from the last World Championships in 2019 with a bronze medal. The bronze medalist.
Tijani, the reigning Paralympic champion. Silver in 2016 in Rio. Bronze at the last Worlds in Nur Sultan. She's the reigning African champion from 2018. That's an important line too. All of the continental champions are in this. And the world champion and the Paralympic champion. African Games gold in 2015. She's a professional hairdresser as well. She now looks after the hair of quite a few of the other athletes. We need to give her a call. Tijani, the Paralympic champion, has never won a World Championship gold and no mark in Mexico City. bronze. Kazakhstan in 2019. This for 100. This for the lead. She's not got it. All three going against her on the press sequence. Well, 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 well. It's not straightforward for her. It's worth pointing out she missed her first attempt at the Paralympic Games. Unfortunately, no opportunity to watch that live on TV for you. Went for the world record too of 117. Didn't get it. Did score with 105 and 107 in Tokyo, and that got her the gold. She was in pole position from rounds 2 and 3 on. Didn't score in the first. Same here. Our leader is Tueju with 98 kilos. Justina Kozdrik in the silver medal position for Poland. Marina Petekova of the ORPC third on 83. And Lourdes Maciel, the best competitor in Group B, in fourth position. Won't win a medal now, but she's high up there. Ashel Gyon from Philippines missed out in the first round in 73 and is going for it once more. Here she comes then to try and get on the board. It would send her to 5th place. There were so many missed. 6 out of the 9 missed in the first round of this group. And she's missed again, 2-1 against Ashel Gyon. One was okay, the other 2 chest and press issues.
Kazakhstan, Alina Solodukina.
So it continues, only 3 successful lifts out of 10 so far. Alina Solodukina missed out on 80 last time, and across the board she missed out 3 reds. That's what she wants to avoid again. And 2 reds as well. Only red she's interested in are the bars. Going for 80 again, which is her lifetime best, matches that.
1 minute.
So a bit of extra composure, a bit of extra accuracy needed, and it's done, and 2 out of 3 for her. So she's got it. She jumps up suddenly into 4th position. She's only 3 kilos off bronze and Beketova.
Rack height 9.
And it went down, and it went up, and she got the nod. And that's all she needed to do. There's an ID next for Brazil, who missed 82 in the previous round, and it's 83 now. Coached by Carlos Williams. It's her first global championship. She's never been at a Worlds, never been at a Paralympic Games. She's had her successes on an America's basis. This would put her into the bronze medal position. She would match Betekova's 83, but on the head-to-head would just get the nod. Not by a lot. I'll tell you, about 100 grams. What is that, bar of chocolate? It's a bite of chocolate, isn't it? She's about, if she clears this, to slip above Beketova in the standings, so long as he gets that right. Nails in the national colours, always a priority. Oh no, she's missed out. Chest sequence against her on 3, and the press sequence on 2. And she is in danger of a wipeout. Needs to get the next one. Otherwise it will not be a good championship for her. They identified again the chest more than the press. I would presume they wanted to see a bit more of that. They didn't.
Algeria, second attempt, 85 kilos.
It's not what she's been hoping for. And similar story for the Algerian Samira Guerra.
She finished 6th in Rio and 4th earlier this year in Tokyo.
3-time medalist at African level. Most recent being a silver. Bronzes prior to that. Been here and done it all before. 88 is her lifetime best. This is 85. This to put her into the bronze medal position, outright above Beketova. Well clear of Solidakina. We've only had 4 who have cleared out of the 9 to date. We have had 12 lifts and only 4 have been good. So she's ready. Best global finish, 4th in Tokyo. She could go 3rd here, and she drove well. 17 seconds were left on the clock. It looked great, and there's a good reason for that. 3 out of 3. There you go. That's what she wanted to do 20 minutes ago. She's done it now, and she's up into the bronze medal position. She lifted 82 and 90. Needed 2 attempts at 82 as well, by the way, in Tokyo. But still finished 11 kilos outside the medals, because Kuzdrek had lifted 101.
Thank you, the bar is loaded, 86 kilos.
Superb lift.
Russian Paralympic division.
Absolutely fantastic.
Second attempt.
So she's done what she's needed to do. She's up into 3rd, and Beketova has been knocked from 3rd to 4th, but a chance to go back into the bronze medal position again.
2012, her first international meet was in 2014.
She's cleared 83, this for 86. 90 is a lifetime best. She's got it raised and bounds up immediately. Does she get the result she wants? She does. She does. She does. 2 out of 3. So she is back up into the bronze medal position.
Water loaders, please. 93 kilos. Rack height 2.
Clears 86. Goes into the top 3. Good news. Great news. It's getting congested at the top. And 2 of the heavier attempts that were unsuccessful from round 1 are still to come. Could get even tighter there.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 93 kilos. Attempt number 2. Poland. Justina Kozlik.
Justina Kozlik for Poland. Now this is interesting. There are going to be 3 attempts heavier than her in this second round. She got 90, going for 93. Remember, 101 to win bronze 13 years after her first Paralympic medal. That was a lifetime best as well, by the way. Here she goes, 93.
No lift, Kozlik.
2-1 against. Chest sequence. Almost off the stage when that came through. Gonna have to go for it again. Solid effort there from Justina Kozlik. 41 now, still winning Paralympic medals. Still contesting world medals. She's got a plan what she does next. May have to go higher, to be honest with you. Zoe Newson of Great Britain. Snowing back home heavily now, I can tell you. It's snowing very heavily in Manchester and in Burnley, and it's snowing heavily now in Leicester. I just know these things. European champion, world and Paralympic bronze. Suffolk Spartans, based in Colchester. And this, a stab again at 94. Which she's got raised. How good is it? 102 in her career. That's it, 94, and now Newson rockets up into the silver medal position above Justina Kozlik.
Water loaders, please. 100 kilos. Rack height
She's
12.
got competitive. Now, the big battle begins solidly. Very, very good lift by Zoe Newson. And it was all 3, by the way. All 3 white lights, the white out. So now, 2 more to come. This is the lift that, if successful, would put her into the gold medal position and knock Justina Kozlik out of the top 3. We haven't seen a big name fall yet. We haven't seen a big name misjudge go in too high and not come out with the mark. For Nigeria, one of the great powerlifting nations. It's a solid 100. Latifat Tijani, 112 in her career. Tried to go for the 117 in Tokyo in the power lift, attempt number 4, it didn't come off. So going for 100 for the second time. And this will definitely change the face of this competition. It's up there. But she is not in the table. 2-1 against, and it was the press sequence. Both referees who voted it down said the same thing. but it was 2-1 against. It was 3-0 against last time. She's been able to do this before, the Paralympic champion. The rest can breathe a bit of a sigh of relief, because if she'd suddenly got stuck in, then everybody would have moved down one. Hasn't happened yet. She gets one more try, and that could really shake the competition up.
Bars loaded.
Gonna have to go and do it again.
People's Republic of China.
So the last attempt of round 2. Cui Zhu, champion at the last 2 Worlds. 98 she got, going for 103. Her lifetime best 104.5, which was the world record at the 41 kg category, which she achieved in winning gold in Nur Sultan 2 years ago. Now she's moved up to 45, basically her and Guo Ling Ling have swapped divisions, and they're still winning. Keeping away from each other. So this for 103, and this to open up a lead over Zoe Newsom of 9 kilos. To go 13 clear of Justina Kostrik. Well, it looks good from here. How does it look from the stage? Perfect! Absolutely perfect! 3 out of 3. The white out, 3 white lights. She's looking good for gold right now. But the Paralympic champion will have words about that. The deeds, the actions will be most important. There's a little glimmer of a smile. Perfect technique. Didn't she know it? 1 round to go. Cui Zhu leads for China 103. Zoe Newson is a silver medal position for Great Britain on 94. Justina Kostrik in bronze for Poland on 90, just as she had claimed at the Paralympic Games. Beketova will be trying to battle for a medal, and Guerrero as well. Yes, is trying to get up there. And obviously, Latifat Tuani is aiming for a medal and will probably be aiming for gold. There's going to be a fair old jostle coming. Don't you worry about that in this final round. Ashel Gyon, not on the board at the moment, trying to avoid a wipeout. A couple of 73s she's missed. This, her 3rd and final attempt, and this is last chance. Well, here she comes. Can she finally succeed at 73? And yes, she has. 2-1. It's a good lift. What a relief for her. And she can enjoy her spot in 8th place. She doesn't overtake Lourdes Maciel.
83 kilos, please.
She has overtaken Oriana Terán of Venezuela, who drops to 9th spot. That's a bit more clinical and accurate enough. She's on the board, she gets the mark. Relief. So for Brazil, Maria Rizanaida de Silva
Sonaini de Silva placed
Former Pan Am champion in Toronto, which she had dedicated, you'll remember the story before, to her father who'd passed away a couple of weeks before that. She's won the 2 Americas Championships, America's Open most recently in Bogota, that have been contested 2018, December 2018. Which was a Cup of Libertadores final weekend again, as this is. So here she goes. And similar story to Gyon. Rizanaid needs to clear this, otherwise it is a wipeout. It'll be 3 misses and she doesn't want that. At 83. That chest sequence needed a bit of tightening up. I wonder if she's done it. No, and they've all voted it down. It was ships passing in the night. Should have stayed a bit more. It didn't, and I'm afraid that is wipeout. 3 attempts, 3 misses. Yeah, she knew, didn't she? She knew. She misjudged it. No mark. A wipeout. Unfortunately. So right now, 90 kilos gets you into the medals. There is a 6-way battle for the medals. Solidakina is not one of those who's looking for a medal. She would climb from 6th to 5th if she gets 86 kg here. So right now, Treju, Newson, Koztrick, Beketova, Garua, the top 5.
1 minute.
Solidakina 6th and will finish 6th. Irrespective of this lift, the most important thing for her is what Latifat Tijani does right at the end of this competition. At 86, having cleared 80, she's not cleared 86, and it's a combination of chest and press. Doesn't get cleared, and she stays in 6th and will stay there, barring one incident. So now the battle for the medals will begin. The final 6 lifts are all targeting medals. There is a 3-way battle for bronze. There's a 3-way battle for silver. And right at the top of it all, Chui Zhu. I'm not sure anybody's looking to challenge her in this final round, which, if that's the case, she'd be world champion again. Beketova looking for 90 to overtake Koztrick. She'd get the nod in the head-to-head by 140 grams of body weight, so this is it. Beketova aiming for 90. Koztrick is on 90. This to push her alongside. They go into the bronze medal position. Beketova has done it. She's done it. And all of her lifts have been successful. 83, 86 and 90, and that 3 white lights. She is third. She's gone third. Irrespective of what you might have seen. And that really puts the pressure on the rest.
Bars ready. Algeria, Samira Jairullah. 91 kilos, third attempt.
Beketova, at best, will be third. At worst, it could still be sixth. Bronze for now. It depends what happens here and the next few lifts. Guerrera, 2 attempts at 85, this at 91. There would be a new lifetime best. So 91 to overtake Beketova and to get into the bronze medal position. She's 5th right now on 85, Koztrick 90, Beketova 90. Down in 5th, and the heat is on. This to go up into the bronze medal position for the Paralympics 4th placer. If she can get into the medals, it's out of her hands whether she stays there, but this is heading for her best global result. Now, how good was that? 26 seconds left on the clock. Has she got it? She hasn't. It's 2-1 against. It's 2-1 against. And she stays in 5th. .85 remains her best attempt. We don't have information what was voted down.
Spotter loaders, please. 94 kilos, rack height 2.
Still 4 lifts to come. Guerrera won't get any higher. And it's a 4th and a 5th at the Paralympic Games, the World Championships for her respectively. Koztrick going next. She could have been 5th. She would have been 5th had Guerrera had got that successfully. Instead, she's 4th. She's got 90. She's aiming for 94. Zoe Newson is on 94. And this to shuffle alongside Newson. She would go 3rd if she gets this right. Has she got this right? Oh, it's 2-1 against. No joy. It is 4th for her at the World Championships after getting bronze at the Paralympic Games. Gave it a good shot.
That bar is ready for
90 remains her best.
Great Britain, 3rd attempt, 95 kilos.
And Beketova, in terms of the head-to-head and body weight, is edging Koztrick out. It's only by about 130 grams. Zoe Newson in the silver medal position. At worst, it'll be bronze. She has a medal. It's silver for now. She's going for 95. Koztrick was thinking about going for 95 as well, because Newson has 94. Newson was slightly lighter on the body weight, lighter than actually anyone else around that part of the board. And Newson was going to go for 95. Kostrick was originally thinking of putting her under pressure for that, and if she'd got that, she'd have gone into the silver medal position. Newson would have been down into third, but none of that's happened now. Newson, one more lift. It's not down to her whether she gets silver or not. It's not down to this lift if she gets silver or not. It didn't matter really. She misses it. 2-1 against. It is silver at best, bronze at worst, and the next lift will determine that.
And a rack height of 12.
2-1 against. Finishes on 94. So, it's a close one.
The bar is loaded.
2-1 against.
100 kilos.
So, Latifat Tijani is not targeting Choi Zhu. She's targeting the silver of Zoe Newson. And related to that, the spot in the top 3 of Marina Beketova. They would both miss out by 1 place if Tijani gets this. She's not going for gold, so we know a world champion now. It won't be Tijani, but it could be a silver, and that would be her best ever world championship result. She won a bronze in Nur Sultan 2 years ago. She is the Paralympic champion. If you're going to grab one title this year, make it that one. Of course, if you don't win the Paralympics, then you're even more determined to win the world title, and that's what Choi Zhu has done. It's for 100. It's a third attempt at 100. She missed the first 2. Can she get the chest technique right now? Having won gold in Tokyo. Is she up into the top 3? She is not. She is not. And it's a wipeout. She doesn't register a mark. 3 goes at 100. It was 2-1 against. And I'll tell you what, it was the press. It was the press from both referees that voted it down. It was 2-1 against.
Rack height 7.
So, Zoe Newson wins the silver. Beketova wins the bronze. Kostrick finishes 4th. And Tijani, for the 2nd World Championships out of 3, doesn't register a mark. It's wipeout.
The bar is ready. 108 kilos. Representing People's Republic of China. Third attempt.
So now, Choi Zhu going for 108. Whether this is a thought as to whether or not she goes for a world record after this, it's a good bit off that she is. But this would be a solid margin of victory. She's already 9 kilos clear of Newson. This would make it 14 if she gets it right. An extra 5 kilos onto the bar compared to the 103 that she cleared in round 2. So to round off the competition, unless she wants to go for something massive for a 4th attempt. She's got the gold. It's her 3rd World Championship in a row where she has finished in 1st place. That's 2-1 against. It's the chess sequence against her on both. But it doesn't matter. She is the world champion again, lifting 103. Newson, the silver. Beketova, the bronze. And there's been drama in this.
It's just a few minutes away. For the women's up to
And quite a
45
bit.
kilo
And
group A
they were
session.
saying there were probably 6 with the potential of medals, and they were the 6 who were going for it at the end. Garua went for 91, and if she'd got that, she'd have got the bronze. Kustrik went for 94. If she'd got that, she'd have got the bronze. Good competition.
No limb.
So gold for Cui Zhu of China, 98 and 103. Even the first lift enough to get the gold. Houston the silver for Great Britain on 94. Beketova the bronze for the RPC on 90. Kostrik edged out by 130 grams on the head-to-head in body weight. She lifted 90. Even 91 in the second round would have done that if she'd got it. Garua tried 91, didn't get it. She's 5th for Algeria. Solidakinis 6th for Kazakhstan, and Lourdes Maciel for Argentina out of Group B in 7th spot. Gion 8th for Philippines, 9th Doriana Turan for Venezuela. Adra Lamia was 10th. Good competition. That had a lot of ebb and flow in it, and there are quite a few competitions in which the athlete aiming for the heaviest tally in round 1 ends up winning the gold. It hasn't happened here at all. Cui Zhu was lifting 3rd heaviest. Zoe Newton 2nd heaviest for Newson. Beketova was originally 5th heaviest. Kostrik was 4th heaviest. Garua was 6th heaviest. Maciel wasn't even in the top rung, but she finishes in 7th spot, and she was seeded 12th in terms of the original weight targets. Victory ceremony is coming, up to 45 kg, and it's only a few moments away.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the victory ceremony. For the women up to 45 kilo category.
So the victory ceremony happens now. No time being wasted with it. Probably everyone wants to go home. It's been a long one. 10 a.m. this morning was the first lift, and it's now 8:15. If you want to be here for a first lift at 10 a.m., you don't arrive at 5 to 10. Anyway, here they come. This was a jostle and a half, and Marina Beketova of the RPC ends up with the bronze, and it's like what we've seen from a lot of the Kazakh competitors so far. Went tidily, 3 attempts, no big margins between the lifts, and got them all. Went up to 90, got the bronze, edged out Justina Kostrik in the head-to-head of Poland. She finished 4th, lifting 90 as well. Beketova 3rd, very bullish. Zoe Newson of Great Britain takes the silver medal here, lifted 94. after her 4th spot in the lighter weight category of 41. Hey, that's the old Arsenal away kit. Recognise that anywhere. Arsenal fan gets the silver in these World Championships. It's her best ever World Championship result, Newson, by the way. It's her best global result. 2 Paralympic bronzes, World Championship bronze, now a silver for her. And for Cui Zhu, it is a 3rd world title at a World Powerlifting Championships for China. Gold for China on the double. Earlier it was Guo Lingling in the 41 kilo event. Now it's Cui Zhu at 45. 2 years ago they won gold in the opposite categories. Silver for Zoe Newson, her best global result. Becketta with the bronze at 90. What a great competition that was. It could have been an entirely different podium. Tajani could have made it, Kozric. Well, remember, those two were on the podium in 1st and 3rd respectively in Tokyo, and Guerrilla, who finished 4th in this division in Tokyo, 4th there, 5th here. More of the same tomorrow.
From Tbilisi, Georgia. See you tomorrow for more action.
Highlights of the day. It's been a pleasure to have you along. And we're back again tomorrow just before 10 a.m. Georgia time. That's 6 a.m. GMT. 7 a.m. Central European time. What else would you be doing on a Monday morning? And of course, if you're in the States, that's 1 a.m. East Coast, so it's still Sunday night. Until tomorrow, Dobrovic.
Becca Dole. She's participating in the World Championship for Good lift. An 8 in Cardiff, Wales. Zoe Newson. Great. Walk away. champion. When she won her gold medal at the Paralympic Games in Toronto. Good lift. Algeria. Moldova. Medals from those trips. Medals from those trips. The Jap has been to the Paralympics twice. No lift. China. Guion finished sixth at the London Olympics. Spotter loaders. No lift. Finished fifth position. Kilos. Good lift, Becca Tova. 3 for 3 today.